Hey guys, what's up? It's Haley. Welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a video all about Belgium, places to stay, cities that you must see, and foods that you should definitely try. So basically I spent the last 5 weeks traveling Europe, and I spent about 2.5 of those weeks in Belgium because my mom's from Belgium and so I have a bunch of family over there. Just jump into this video. So basically I have a bunch of different things written down that I want to talk to you guys about and kind of like inform you about if you're traveling to Belgium. So first I'm going to do cities that you must see. So basically my favorite city in Belgium is Ghent. It's so beautiful. Basically it's kind of like Bruges, but it's cleaner, I actually found. Basically Bruges is one of the most popular cities in Belgium and a bunch of people go there. It's supposedly like the Venice of Belgium, but I actually liked Ghent better. Basically in Ghent I did like a canal cruise, which is kind of like what you do in Venice, and it was so beautiful. The whole city was so nice, and it was just clean because I found that Bruges was actually kind of dirty and just didn't have like as good of a vibe as Ghent, but Ghent was my favorite city. It was so beautiful, so I definitely recommend going there. My next city that I'm going to recommend to you guys is Lier. Basically this is kind of they have like a river as well, but it's just really pretty, and they have a really cool clock museum. I'm not sure of the name of it. I will have the name on the screen, but it was really cool. It wasn't like your average like boring clock museum. It was really cool. Basically this really intelligent guy like designed this thing that like tracks like the weather and the time. Obviously it's a clock, and it was a really cool museum. Next city that I recommend you see is Antwerp. Marcy, what are you doing? Antwerp is super beautiful. Also, all of these cities are super beautiful. I think Belgium is like an underrated country just in general because there's so many pretty places, but that's kind of like off topic. But anyway, so basically Antwerp has a bunch of really cute alleyways. In Europe, just like all over, there are so many like cute little alleyways. I'm absolutely obsessed with them. You can probably see that on my Instagram. Also, the shopping in Antwerp is really good if you're into shopping. Basically they have a bunch of like good stores. And then my last place that I want to mention, it's not really like a city, it's more of like a place. It's Zoo Plankendile. Basically it is a really cool zoo. They have a bunch of different animals. Obviously it's a zoo, and it's just really nice. They have like a climbing course. Not really, I don't know really how to describe it. I'll like find a picture and like put it, but basically it's just really cool. I didn't actually get to do the climbing course because that day whenever I went there, it was like the field trip for all like the little kids, and it was kind of crazy, but still it's such a beautiful zoo, so I totally recommend checking it out. Next thing is I want to talk about hotels / places to stay. Obviously I have family there, so that's who I was staying. Sorry, I keep looking in the viewfinder. I need to stop doing that. I stayed with family most of the time because like my family lives there, but we went to like the beach / like sea for a day or for a couple of days. There was a wedding that I went to, and there was this super cool hotel. Guys, this was probably one of my favorite things about my trip. I mean, I have so many favorite things, but this was definitely one of them. It was Hotel Manitoba in Blankenberg, and it was so pretty. The beach was kind of cold because we went there whenever it was cold, but this hotel was probably the coolest hotel I've ever stayed at. It was like a super old hotel, but not in like a dirty way, not like an old motel. I stayed in one of those in California. Oof, that was rough. Hotel Manitoba is a super beautiful, like it has like a lot of history, and it's just decorated really cute. And I stayed in a room with my grandparents and like we had like a balcony, and oh, it was so beautiful. It was definitely one of my favorite like parts of the trip, and that was like such an amazing hotel. So if you want to go to the beach in the Belgium, I totally suggest going to Blankenberg and staying at this hotel because guys, it was so beautiful. Now I wanted to talk about food that you guys should definitely try. If you didn't know, I'm a vegetarian, so I'm not going to be like recommending like steak, but there is a bunch of like things that Belgium's known for and also that like love to eat there. So basically waffles, obviously you have to eat a waffle while you're there. They're so good. You should try and find somewhere that has fresh waffles because the those are much better than ones in the freezer, but in summer they're not as easy to get because basically the batter like goes old really fast. But if you go like during fall or winter, then it might be easier to find a place that like actually makes them and they're not just out of the freezer. Also, something that like isn't really talked about but is super delicious from Belgium is their pancakes, pannenkoeken. Oh my gosh, guys, they're so good. They're like crepes, but they call them pancakes, and they're so good. Like, you need to find pannenkoeken because they're so good. And I don't like American pancakes because they're just like fat and they're like, I don't know, they're just, I don't like pancakes. But these pancakes are the bomb.com. My bompa, that's my grandfather, he makes a bomb pannenkoeken. And then my next thing that you have to eat is chocolate. Obviously, there's Belgian chocolate is super well known because it's super delicious. I love pralines, like white chocolate is like my jam. So definitely try some pralines and some chocolate. And the next thing is French fries. Basically, if you didn't know, French fries actually originated in Belgium. I don't know why they're called French fries, but they're like originated from Belgium, and they have some really good French fries. And the last thing that I'm going to recommend to try is my favorite thing and is what I wait all year to go to Belgium for, and what I had every single morning whenever I was in Belgium is pistolets. They are basically, they're kind of like a fat roll. Like, I don't really know how to describe it, but oh my gosh, they are so good. Literally, my grandfather, like every morning we'd get up and we'd bike to the bakery and we would like go and get our pistolets. And also you should try koffiekoeken because those are also really good. They're like pastries, but if you try nothing else, you should try pistolets because that is my favorite thing in the world. It's so good. They're so delicious with like chocolate. There's like hagelslag that you can put on them, and I didn't have hagelslag, like we didn't have that, so I just put like chocolate on them. Oh my gosh, it was so good, and butter. And yes, pistolets are probably one of my favorite things in the world. And I also just kind of wanted to do a little like bonus thing, I don't know, just like things to keep in mind while you're just traveling Europe in general, is that first, or I kind of only have one thing, but like, is that water is expensive there. So basically, whenever you go to a restaurant in the United States, you like sit down and they give you water at the beginning, and then they ask you what you want to drink, or at least that's how it works most of the time. But in Europe, they don't give you water. You have to order water, and most of the time the water is more expensive than like a Coke. And so definitely keep that in mind, especially if you're going to be like walking around a lot. You need to make sure that you bring plenty of water, because that's like, whenever you like go to a restaurant, they're not going to give you water. They'll give you, like, you can order a bottle of water and they'll give you a bottle. Most of the time they're really small, and then you have to like, you don't get refills in Europe at all. That's kind of like another thing. Like, you buy like a Coke and it comes in a glass bottle, which is so cool because like everything's plastic here, but you don't get refills, and water is charged for, so just keep that in mind. So that is basically all the tips slash suggestions that I have for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you want to see me actually like traveling around Belgium, you should totally check out my vlog channel, because you can see like what I actually did, and oh, I just dropped my notebook. And what there's actually to see in each place, because I did like daily vlogs while I was there. And so I will have my vlog channel linked in the description box. And yeah, bye guys.